Hi, this is Hazriq Idrus and welcome back to our Creative Fridays vlog series. And today we have a special guest. Alright, he's somebody, I call him my Sifu because I attended his training before and I just enjoyed myself. So today he's my invited guest. He is a keynote speaker, a corporate trainer, teaches accounting in a very creative way. He's also the licensed trainer with bank code sales training. Alright, and he is also the founder of Visions.One Consulting. Not to forget, he is an adjunct professor in NUS. So without much further ado, this is James Leong. Hi.
Hello, hi.
Thank you, James. Thank you for coming to this Creative Friday program.
Yes.
And we want to hear from you. All right. What's your take about creativity? What is creativity to you?
What creativity is to me is that it is not just about being able to perhaps create something beautiful, create something aesthetic, but really about how you apply it on a day-to-day basis to solve problems in a creative ways. For example, to be able to simplify processes, for example, to be able to spend less time doing something, or just an elegant solution to a difficult problem. So those are applications of creativity in my perspective.
And probably my second question would be if you could share with the audience what were the one or two challenges you faced and how do you solve it creatively?
One example of how I use creativity to solve problems would be, as you know, I teach and train accounting. Accounting is one of the most difficult subjects that a lot of people will find learning because it's complicated and some say very dry and it's hard to learn. So that is a problem, and the way I figure out how to solve it creatively is to use creative training techniques. Literally think outside of the usual mode where people will learn accounting. And so no boring PowerPoints, but instead I have developed a set of tools to match with the way people learn, and that is through the use of pictures and images and colors. So in fact, you can learn accounting out of this box here with all these colorful concept cards. And well, the result is people find it really fun and they enjoy the learning process, and I'm able to teach so much more in the same time that I am given, because it accelerates the entire learning process. It shortens the learning curve for a lot of people. It helps them to retain the information, so it is a game changer.
If you could share with us one or two methods that you can use accounting using this guide.
Well, essentially what we do here is to illustrate concepts and show it in a very pictorial fashion using colors and linking it back to the real world. So we use a lot of analogies, we use a lot of metaphors. So those are the things that people can relate to on a day-to-day basis.
Correct. Because our brain are all hardwired with connections. We connect things, metaphors easily, right?
Exactly.
So this helps to solve all those problems.
That's correct. So another way of breaking down something very complex into something very simple. So I could teach cash flow statements using analogies like, you have three boyfriends and this is how they're like and how will you choose them. So something that people can relate on a day-to-day basis is fun, but at the same time it links back to something that is technical in the accounting sphere.
Okay, so before we end this short session together, probably you could share with the audience what would be one or two tips so that people can embrace and have the creativity culture in them.
One tip here is that if you are doing something for the first time, what would really be helpful is to do a lot of research, because once you get a lot of research, you will have a lot of data points. Once you've got a data point, then allow it to simmer for a little while, summarize it, map it out, but then take a break away from those data that you have accumulated and let the brain process it. Go into a relaxation space, but when you are relaxed, maybe you could go for a walk, a jog, or simply just cooking or just doing some household chores. When you are relaxed, the ideas will begin to synthesize. So allow that creativity process to simmer. So it's not something that you will want to force yourself, I must be creative, but it's really allowing the process to happen. But first get the input before that.
So once you relax, then all these ideas will suddenly appear from nowhere.
That is correct.
Wow, this is very interesting sharing how people can actually apply. So, James, thank you very much for this wonderful sharing, and we hope
you.
that this benefits the people out there. And we wish you all the best in your business as well. All right.
Thank you, thank
Okay.
you,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
All right. Just before we end, probably for those out there, if you have any comments, just leave your comments out here, and we will get back to you. So with that, Hazriq Idrus and James, Creative Fridays. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you.